Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to the segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. Our recitation today continues from Rag Dhanasari, Mahalla Tija. The recitation, stanza by stanza. Dhanasari Mahalla Tija, Sada Dhan Antar naam samale, जी जंत जिन्हें प्रतिपाले मुक्त पदार्थ तिनको पाए हर कै नाम रत्ते लिवलाए सदा धन अंतर नाम समाले. Sada, of course, means forever. Dhan has multi-layered significance. If I were to read this line literally, I would read it as the eternal wealth is within. Recall it as Naam. But the term itself, Dhan, has multiple connotations. It means wealth, it means riches, but it also means sound. And in Gurbani, it is used as a metaphor for the bride soul and divine spouse. So in this verse, the term Dhan denotes the eternal being, the source of our creation, as Naam, wisdom. It is the pulsation, the sound, the vibratory sound that resonates within as the originating, creative. That's what it means when the Guru says, Sada Dhan Antar, that the source of your creation is within. Naam samale, and you attach to it, you connect with it. Samale means to know it, to become like it. Samanya. You know it through its wisdom. It manifests as wisdom, that eternal spouse. And it is that wisdom which preserves and sustains all creatures and beings. Ji janta jinha pratapale. That wisdom which preserves, pratpalana, to sustain. So the source of our creation is within us. We actually link with it as wisdom. And it is that wisdom which is your sustainer. Ultimately, it gives you mukat padarth tinko paye. Mukat padarth, that is the substance of freedom, comes through this wisdom. So this line, Mukat Padarth Tinko Paye, means the substance of freedom, Mukat Padarth, is theirs. Those guided by that wisdom, Tinko Paye, because it's asking us to be guided by that wisdom. Har ke naam ratte, they are then attuned, livelai, to that wisdom. Har ke naam ratte livelai. In the Rahau, which is the pivot of the entire Sabad, Gur seva te Hari naam dhan pave, Antar paragas Har naam dhyave. Rahau. 2 lines, Gur seva te. Literally, it would read through service to the Guru. But what is service to the Guru? It means submission of the ego to the wisdom of the Guru. To stop self-thinking, but instead to submit to what the Guru is handing you down. That wisdom. So, Gur Seva Te Harinam Tan Pave. Here, Tan is used as a treasure. That wealth of wisdom is attained by submitting yourself to the Guru. In other words, by putting aside your own egoic thinking. Antar pragas, antar, within, there is light, pragas, illumination. Har naam tyave, and then one's attention is fixed on that wisdom. So the idea is that one's ordinary consciousness transforms itself into this higher consciousness. I call it intuitive consciousness because it is not conceptual, it has no boundaries, it's open, it's always alert, and it is spontaneous and true. So the Guru remains the portal to that self-knowledge. Here, Naam is self-knowledge. The varieties of ways in which Naam is used. It is wisdom, it is the creator, it is self-knowledge. So Naam itself is multi-layered. And self-knowledge here suggests that inner awareness. Antar pragas har naam tyave. That is where the mind has to find rest in. The verse after, Ehe har rang gooda, Ehe har rang gooda. This wisdom is deep. Gooda means a strong color or deep, fast, that doesn't fade easily. Ehe har rang gooda, tanupir hoye. It leads to the union of the soul bride with the spouse. Tanupir. Sant cigar, through the adornment of tranquility. Sant is tranquility, peace. So the soul bride is adorned with peace. What does that mean? It means the mind is tranquil through the Guru's teaching. Rave Prabhasoy, that pleases the spouse. In other words, that awareness that we are talking about, which we call Har Naam, that universal consciousness is drawn towards a mind that is peaceful and calm. That is the precondition. Our minds are not. So the Guru says, look, as long as you're in ego, haume vich prabh koi na paye, you cannot find that awareness because the precondition is a quietened mind. And because the mind isn't quiet, mulho pula, you're severed from the source. Janam gavai, life is wasted. So intimate love for the divine, this is gravitational pull. That is what love means. It means gravity, it means attraction. That is the deepest wealth. And as I said, tranquility of the mind is a precondition. And that comes through the Guru Sabad. Gurte Sant Sehaj Sukh Bani, again repeating the same idea. Through the Guru comes peace, Sehaj, equipoise, and bliss. So Sant, Sukh, Sehaj Bani. Seva Sachi Naam Samani. And true submission leads to wisdom, meaning when you put your ego aside, the ego mind. Sabad-a-day, Pritam Sada-day, Sabad-a-day, through the Sabad, the word of the Guru. Pritam Sada-day, the mind is immersed in complete contemplation of the beloved. And that is where the gift of Naam is received. Sach Naam vadiyai pai. So from the Guru Enlightener comes quietude. The quietude needed to fuse with that wisdom. And with that comes attunement. In conclusion, Ape karta jug jug soy, Ape karta. the creative, the source within, operates jug jug soy in all ages. Nadar kare nilava hoy, nadar kare, by grace, by its grace, union with it is attained. Through Gurbani, which is the speech of the Guru, Gurbani is this awareness established in the mind. Gurbani te har man vasaye, Nanak saaj ratte prabh aap milaye. So those who are imbued with truth find unity. So when the mind is freed of self-thinking, self-willing, that is to say the ego, you realize that behind every moment, every change, every unfolding is the impulse of that one continuous presence. It is that which is vibrating, pulsating through everything in the universe, every moment. This is eternal seeing and hearing. This becomes revealed. The eternal mind beneath the threshold of the ego mind becomes evident. And then one lives there. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.